Hello, this is microprocessor and microcontrollers left at exam, and I am Mangolia Ashkumar Riteshbhai, 19 BCT 0152, and I will explain the second question, which is algorithm part.
Hi, my name is Gaur Smith, and today I am going to explain the code part and the second code which we are replacing the code.
Hello everyone, I am Shawani Rajdeep. My registration number is 19BCT 0100, and I will explain about the run, how the code run in the Kale software. Okay, now Harsh will explain about the project and algorithm part. Harsh, over to you.
For algorithm, first we will go to the second question, which is next draft step-by-step process in the document. So please move to algorithm part. So for as the algorithm says, first we will create an ASM file with the given code, and then we will create a project in Kale software, and then we will load that ASM file in source group of project. Then as the code is given, first we will define the area of given program in section. Then we will load the value 01, which is in hexadecimal, in the register R0. Then we will do the same as load the value of value 00, which is in hexadecimal, in register R3. Then we will load the value of given array, which is in data section of the code. We will load that value in register R1. Then we will load a value 0xa, which is in hexadecimal, in register R2. Then we will start the loop as LBL command. Then we will load the value of pointed by the register R1 in register R5. Then we will run a bit test between two registers, which are R0 and R5. After that, we will add the value 01, which is also in hexadecimal, to the value of register R3. And same as we will subtract 01 from the value of register R2, and loop will also end here, and program will also end. Then Smith will explain the code part of the program.
So our first question was what is the program name? So what program does in this code? So first of all, we load the code file in our source group 1. So now our source file is there in our project. So in this code, we are starting with the data part. So in the data part, we have declared one array with 10 hexadecimal value, and this value is given. In the code part, we are starting with the main function, and in main, we are starting with the moving value 1 in R0, and we are initializing a register R3 with 0, and now we are loading LDR, means load the data register. So we are loading the data pointer to the array in R1 register, and now we are initializing R2 with a, which is 10 in decimal, and which also is the length of the given array. In the 14th line, the loop begins, and now R5 is initialized with the data pointer, which is pointing to the array, the first element of the array. So the first element of the array will be stored in the R5. Now with the TST command, what TST does is it performs the bitwise AND operation between R0 and R5, and stores the, it will not store the value, but it set Z flag to 0 or 1. If the result is 0, then Z flag will be 1, and if result is not 0, then the Z flag will be 0. In the add any, which is add not equal to, so it comparing R0 and the value stored in Z register, Z flag. So if it's not equal to, then value of the R3 will be incremented by 1 and stored in R3. The next line is for the increasing, so it decreasing the count of the value, count of the array number. So it now becomes 9. So our 9 element left in the array. And now we are adding 4 to the R1 and storing it to the R1. This is because we are moving on to the next element of the array. So it now R1 will point to the second element of the array. And this loop continues until the R1 becomes 0 and program ends. So in this program, we are finding the odd number of odd value and storing it in the R3. If the given number is odd, then the AND operation of R0 and R0 and R will be not 1. So value will be Z flag will be 0. And now in the add any, Z and R0 will it's not equal to. So the R value of the R3 will be incremented by 1, and it shows that the given number is odd. So this way we determine that this program is for the count of the odd number in the given array. So moving on to the third question, the output will be explained by the Radhik. Over to Radhik. Thank you.
So we have to try and debug our program. As we are getting no errors, then we start debugging our program, and it's okay. Now here is the register panel, and we can execute the code step by step from here. Yeah, so from first line, we loaded one value to R0. Second line, we load the 0 value to R3, and we are loading the pointer of the array, pointer of the first element of the array into R1. You can see here R1. Okay, and after that we are loading the value A in hexadecimal, like its value 10 in R2, because this is our counter for the array. An array has 10 elements, so we are loading the 10 value to the R2. Okay, then loop starts, and first of all we are loading the first element of the array to the R5 register here, and after that we are making a tst command to the R5 register, and we are comparing R0 and R5. Okay, after then after then add any command will run, and tst command has like it compare R0 and R5. The result, if the result is 0, then Z value will be 1, and if the result is 1, then Z value will be 0. So in our program, the Z value will increase by 1, and at here we will subtract R2 and R2 from R2 by 1, which is a number of elements are left in the array, and this step we are adding 4 values to R1 to jump the next value. Okay, and here the loop again started, and it is shown that like our first value which is odd value. So yeah, here we increased 1 value to R3. Yeah. Okay, and loop again started, and second value is loaded to R5. Yeah, and the TST will execute. Yeah, here the what is here R0 and R5. We are comparing R0 and R5. Then result it is not result is 0. Then our Z value is increased by 1. Yeah, and after that in this step, we are comparing the Z value and R0 value. If it is equals, then we will increase the R3 register by 1, and it is not equal, then we will not increase the R3 register. Okay. As of now, you have to execute the code until the R2 value becomes 0. The R3 value is 2 now. It is 1 and it's 0 now. Okay. So after this, we are getting the R3 value as 5 because in our code the 5 odd elements are there in array. Yeah. So we are getting the right output. So we can close the debug. Stop the debugging. And as of the fourth D question, it will explain by the Smith.
So in the D question, we are asked to replace the 11th line with add equal to R301. So in this command, we change the add not equal to add equal to. So we are basically counting the odd value in the first question. So in this question, we are counting the even value, because if it's equal to Z, the value of the Z flag and our value of the Z flag and the value stored in the R0 will be equal, then the R3 variable will be incremented by 1. So when the both are equal, so it means that the given number is even. So in the fourth question, the answer will be the finding the count of the even numbers in the given array.
Okay. For fifth question, we have to change our last element to this value. Okay. And yeah, we have to remove this file, and we have to again go. We already created this file. Yeah. We have to translate, build this file. Okay, after run this file. In this program, we didn't change anything, but we changed this last element from even to odd. Okay, so now we can run this file. Until the R2 becomes 0, we can run this file. Now it's 0. Okay, R3 shown this value 6. Like it means in our array, the 6 elements are odd values. So we can determine, previously it was 5, and we changed this last value from even to odd. Yeah, so yeah, so 5 and this one value changed, so it's 6 value, and we are getting the right output. So we can stop the debugging, and as of our question, all the questions are done. So thank you for